Ladies and gentlemen, we wish you a pleasant good afternoon. We welcome you to the Catonsville campus of the Community College of Baltimore County for this afternoon's game featuring two of the campuses of the Community College of Baltimore, CCBC Catonsville and CCBC Dundalk. Here are the starting lineups for this afternoon's game, beginning with the visitors from Dundalk. Leading off, the first baseman, number 19, Mike Newsom. Batting second, the shortstop, number 27, Rafael Gutierrez. Batting third, doing the catching, number 7, Sam Ritchie. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 9, Isaiah Coxon. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 1, Robbie Smith. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 14, Hector Diaz. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 16, Julian Salamonte. Batting eighth, the center fielder, number 2, Gavin Chatton. And the number 9 batter will be the designated hitter, number 22, Ivan Gonzalez. Pitching this afternoon for Dundalk will be number 10, Ben Hall. The field is being prepared for this afternoon's game, and the umpires have just arrived at home plate. Here is the lineup for Catonsville. Leading off, the center fielder, number 27, Angelo Ramirez. Batting second, the left fielder, number 12, Wyatt Moore. Batting third, the shortstop, number 11, Moses Aristi Jr. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 25, Tony DeAngeli. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 18, Miles Bowens. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 17, Jalen Williams. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 23, Quinn Waters. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 3, Noah DeLuca. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 1, Orlando Perez Jr. And pitching this afternoon for Catonsville will be number 20, John Perazzi. The coaches for this afternoon's contest for Dundalk, coaches are DJ Gargano, Creed Mowry, and Nick Ritko. And for Catonsville, the head coach is Dan Blue. His assistant is Colin Conroy. It is a bright sunny day, a few puffy clouds in the sky, but mostly a blue sky. It is a windy day, as it has been the last couple of days here at Catonsville. And we invite you to enjoy this afternoon's broadcast as we have today's game again between two of the campuses of the Community College of Baltimore County, the visitors from Dundalk versus homestanding Catonsville. So we are awaiting now the lineup exchange and the start of this afternoon's game. The coaches are on their way out now. Dundalk, for those of you watching, will be in the light gray. Catonsville will be in the black jerseys with the white pants. So, again, we hope you enjoy this afternoon's broadcast, and we will have the game very shortly. Again, the pitchers for Catonsville, number 20, John Perazzi, and for Dundalk, number 10, Ben Hall. So as we are waiting, Dan Blue will be going over the ground rules very shortly about what is to take place on the field this afternoon. And we will have baseball very shortly. So both teams awaiting the start of this afternoon's game. we'll see what factor the wind will play in this afternoon's game, whether it will affect pop-ups and fly balls, and we will see as the game progresses. So Dan Blue right now is going over the ground rules with the umpires. And with Nick Ritko. And we will have our first pitch in just a few moments. Our game time temperature this afternoon is 52 degrees. So both teams ready for this afternoon's game. And we're having the handshake at home plate, and we will have baseball in just a moment. So Dundalk is doing their cheering for the start of this afternoon's game. And both coaches giving last-minute instructions to their teams. Again, if you're just joining us, CCBC Dundalk at CCBC Catonsville in our baseball game this afternoon. And Catonsville takes the field. Ben Hall John Perazzi is on the mound for Catonsville. Ben Hall is the starter for Dundalk. Perazzi, a right-hander, pretty much straight over the top. It'll be Mike Newsom, Rafael Gutierrez, and Sam Ritchie will be the first three hitters for Dundalk this afternoon. Again, 52 degrees, breezy afternoon. But we hope you enjoy this afternoon's live stream broadcast. Catonsville has Noah DeLuca at third, Moses Aristi Jr. at short, Orlando Perez Jr. at second, Tony DeAngeli at first. The left fielder is Wyatt Moore. The center fielder is Angelo Ramirez, and the right fielder, Jalen Williams. The catcher, Quinn Waters, and the pitcher, John Perazzi. And the ball about to go down to second base, and it is time for baseball this afternoon. Here is first baseman Mike Newsom, left-hand swinger. And at 3:07, we have our first pitch. Is fastball outside. Correction, strike call on the outside corner. 0-1. Pitch. Breaking ball on the inside corner. Strike two. No balls and two strikes to Newsom. Rafael Gutierrez will be next. Shake of the head. The 0-2 pitch. Here it is. Curveball just outside, 1-2. Tried to hit the outside corner with a breaking ball. 1-2 the count. Now the right-hander ready and throws. Fastball fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Catonsville defense infield straightaway, outfield shaded a little bit towards left field, and another foul. So we'll stay at 1-2. Top of the first inning. Dundalk batting, 1-2 pitch. Here it is. Another foul ball. So that's 3 foul balls after the count got to 1-2. 1-2 the count to Newsom. Perazzi is ready. And Newsom finally backs out as he took too long to get ready. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Right-hander throws. Breaking ball inside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Pitch. Fastball, fly ball, short right center. The right fielder coming over, and the center fielder takes command. Angelo Ramirez takes over in right center and make the catch. 1 out on the top of the first. And here is shortstop number 27, Rafael Gutierrez. Gutierrez, a right-hand batter. And the right-hander ready and throws. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. 0-1. Now the 1-strike pitch to Gutierrez. Here it is. Fastball, foul tip, strike 2. 1, no balls, 2 strikes. Perazzi has gotten ahead 0-2 to the first 2 hitters. Miss with a fastball outside, 1-2. Finally got Newsom on a fly ball to right center. Now the 1-2 pitch. Here it is. Breaking ball, fouled down the first base line. First baseman on the dead run will not be able to make the play. Tony DeAngeli on the chase on that one. One ball, 2 strikes to count. One-two pitch. Fastball popped him up. This one looks like it's going to be playable. DeAngeli in foul ground waiting and makes the catch. 2 down. And here is the catcher, Sam Ritchie. Two out, nobody on. Here is the first pitch to Ritchie. Fastball up high, 1-0. First batter, Perazzi, has gone 1-0. Line drive in the left field, it's a base hit. So there's the first hit and the first base runner for Dundalk, and the first hit and the first base runner of the day. Here is third baseman Isaiah Coxon. Two out, runner at first. And a strike. Short lead by Ritchie. And the pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss. Pitch was down in the dirt, but he was way out in front on that one. No balls and 2 strikes. So 3 of the first 4 hitters this afternoon. Perazzi has gone 0-2. Fastball high and away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Robbie Smith would be next if Coxon can extend the inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Perazzi with a set. And the pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. And the throw to first will make it a 2-3 put out. No runs, a base hit, 1 left for Dundalk in the first. We've played a half inning with no score. So Catonsville will come to bat for the first time this afternoon in the bottom half of the first inning. And they will send up Angelo Ramirez, Wyatt Moore, and Moses Aristi Jr. Ben Hall is the starter for Dundalk. Hall is a right-handed sophomore from Catonsville High School. Less than a mile from here. Sam Ritchie is his battery mate. Mike Newsom at first. Julian Samante at second. The shortstop is Rafael Gutierrez. The third baseman is Isaiah Coxon. The outfield, Robbie Smith in left, Hector Diaz in center, Gavin Chatton in right field. We're in the bottom half of the first inning. Dundalk with a base hit, but no advancement. And Catonsville comes to bat in the home half of the first. Leading off is the center fielder, Angelo Ramirez. Catonsville with new black jerseys, the players' names on the back. And here is Ramirez. Pitch, ground ball up the middle, shortstop diving, is not able to get it. Base hit, and the center fielder bobbles the ball. Ramirez keeps going. He's on his way to third, and he'll be in with a dive. So he singled to center field and a 2-base error by the center fielder, and Ramirez is at third with nobody out. And here is Wyatt Moore. Wyatt Moore, right-hand batter. So the Hector Diaz error puts a runner at third with nobody out, and ball 1 to Wyatt Moore. 1-0 pitch. Here it is. Swinging a foul right behind the plate, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch, breaking ball fouled back behind the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. And the right-hander sets and throws. Breaking ball gets away from the catcher, bounds back to the screen, and Catonsville will take a 1-0 lead. So on the 1-2 pitch, the ball bounced in the dirt, went straight up, went about 3/4 of the way up the backstop, and the wild pitch gives Catonsville the first run of the game, and they lead 1-0 here in the bottom half of the second. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. And the pitch. Breaking ball fouled off, a very late swing by Moore. Seemed a little bit fooled by the breaking ball and fouled it off at the last instant. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. And the pitch. Fastball down in the dirt, and it'll go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out in the bottom half of the first. Catonsville with a run and a base hit. Dundalk with a hit and an error. Now the payoff, 3-2 pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Good fastball. That'll bring up Moses Aristi Jr., the shortstop. Aristi, a right-hand batter. And the right-hander throws inside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Pitch. Swinging a slow roller down third base, charging third baseman. Makes the play and throws it away. And he will hold at first base. So we'll call that a single down the third base line. It'll be Tony DeAngeli will be the batter. Would have been a very difficult chance, even if the throw had been accurate. Here is DeAngeli. Throw to first, not in time. Aristi is back. Now the pitch to, nope, another throw to first. And Aristi has dove back on the first 2 throws. And here's a third. And again, he's back. So trying to keep Aristi Jr. close at first base. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 1 to DeAngeli. 0-1. And another throw to first. And another throw to first base. Moises Aristi Jr. at first. Nobody out. Pitch. Curveball is high. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom half of the first. Catonsville with a run in and a runner on first. Pitch. Breaking ball stayed inside. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 to count. Hall to the set, throws. Inside, it's 3 balls and a strike. We'll see if Moises Aristi goes on the 3-1. He's drawn a significant number of throws over there. Now the pitch. Ground ball, third base side. It's a fair ball. Throwing from third base. The ball is short, hops to first baseman. Aristi will go to third. DeAngeli will go to second. And it'll be a throwing error on Isaiah Coxon, the second error of the inning. And Catonsville will have runners at second and third with one out for Miles Bowens. Pitch to Bowens. Breaking ball stayed outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners at second and third with one out. Catonsville with a run in and threatening to open the game up big here in the first. The 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball inside this time. 2 balls, no strikes. Jalen Williams on deck. Now the 2-0 pitch. Here it is. Ball outside. 3 balls, no strikes. And a discussion between the umpire and the pitcher. And the umpire is having no parts of the discussion. And Nick Ritko comes out, try and calm down his pitcher. Hall seemed to be questioning the strike zone. And now it is 3 balls and no strikes to Miles Bowens. Second and third, 1 out. 3-0 pitch is outside, ball 4. The bases are loaded. And here is Jalen Williams with a chance to break this game open here in the first. Williams, right-hand batter against the right-hander Ben Hall. Hall rocks over the rubber and throws. Breaking ball, fly ball, right field. Right fielder has it in range, makes the catch, throw coming to the plate. It is going to be cut off and a sacrifice fly for Jalen Williams. And Catonsville now leads 2-0. Bowens stayed at first. DeAngeli went to third. And here is Quinn Waters, the catcher, the number 7 hitter. 2 out, runners at first and third. 2-0 Catonsville. And a throw to first base. And Hall has made a number of throws over there. And ball 1 to Quinn Waters. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners at the corners, 2 out. 2-0 Catonsville. And a step off and a throw to first. And Bowens is back. So a single by Angelo Ramirez, a 2-base error pitch. Line drive foul, first base side. 1 ball and 1 strike. Angelo Ramirez singled to center, went to third on a 2-base error by Hector Diaz, scored on a wild pitch. Moises Aristi singled, went to third on an error, and scored on a sacrifice fly. 1-2, the count is a fastball on the outside corner. 1-2 to Quinn Waters. And the right-hander sets and throws way up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes to count. And the right-hander throws, foul straight back. 2-2 remains to count. Catonsville with 2 runs and 2 hits. Dundalk, no runs, a base hit. Pitch, strike 3 called. He struck him out. Catonsville with 2 runs and 2 hits. They leave 2. We've played 1 complete. Catonsville 2, Dundalk 0. Somebody tell me why Dundalk has 3 errors.
So this is still on?
I think there was the one in center for Joe.
Yeah, right.
And he had 2 throwing errors from third base.
But the first one wasn't an error because he never advanced.
It's just 1 error, right?
It should be, but that's what they're, some getting over like it's 3 errors.
No, it's only 2, right?
John Perazzi out for his 2nd inning of work. He gave up a 2-out hit in the first and left the runner stranded at first.
How's it going, Isaac?
Good.
Hanging it?
Robbie Smith, Hector Diaz, and Julian Samante for Dundalk in the 2nd. Dundalk trails 2-0 after the top of the 1st. Here's left fielder Robbie Smith. Smith, a right-hand batter. Pitch, high and away for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Hector Diaz on deck. 1-0 pitch. Strike call on the inside corner. Good fastball, good location. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. High and away from Perazzi. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one pitch. High, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Three-one count. Pitch. Strike 2, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count, 3-2. Top of the 2nd, 2-0 Catonsville. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a fastball. 1 out here in the 2nd inning. And here is center fielder Hector Diaz. Ball out just outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Now the 1-0 pitch. Pop up down the first base side. Chasing, but it'll go out of play. Tony DeAngeli chasing that one on the first base side. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Julian Samante will be next. Now the 1-1 pitch. Line drive center field. Chasing is Ramirez. He does not get it. It'll be a stand-up double to center field. So Diaz doubles to center field over the head of Angelo Ramirez. And here is second baseman Julian Samante. Runner at second, 1 out. The pitch. Fastball in the inside corner, strike 1. Perazzi has been getting strikes on the inside corner to the right-hand batters. Now the 1-strike pitch. Here it is. Breaking ball just outside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Perazzi looks in for the sign. Has it. Now the 1-1 pitch to Diaz. Fastball this time inside, 2 balls and a strike. He tried to paint the inside corner as he has done with a number of hitters, but missed inside on that one. 2 balls and a strike. So time as we check the catcher's chest protector. And looks like we're going to get a new chest protector for Quinn Waters. 2 balls and a strike. We're ready to go. 2 balls, a strike to count. Now the pitch. Here it is. Line drive center field. Ramirez coming. He's there. Throw back to second base. It is in time. So Samante with a line drive to center field. Diaz got a little too far away from second base and was thrown out by Angelo Ramirez. No runs, a base hit, and nobody left for Dundalk in the second. We played an inning and a half. Catonsville 2, Dundalk 0. So for Dundalk, a base running mistake by Hector Diaz. Got a little too far away from second base and was doubled up on Julian Samante's line drive. Catonsville with 2 in the first comes to bat now in the bottom half of the second with that 2-0 lead. It'll be Noah DeLuca, Orlando Perez Jr., and back to the top of the order for Angelo Ramirez. So here is third baseman Noah DeLuca to lead off the bottom half of the second. So Ben Hall ready to go. And the pitch. Line drive right back through the pitcher, base hit center field. The diving second baseman Samante unable to get it as well, so a line drive right back through the middle by Noah DeLuca will bring Orlando Perez Jr. to the plate. Throw back to first. Foul down the right field line. The first baseman giving chase is not able to make the play. Mike Newsom chasing it down right by the Dundalk bullpen, but was unable to make the catch. It would have been a difficult catch at best. So Perez with an 0-1 count. DeLuca draws another throw. Moises Ariste drew quite a number of throws in the first inning. And now the third throw over against DeLuca. And the pitch. Bunt down the third base side. It's a dandy. Charging the third baseman. Throw is in time. Isaiah Coxon with a nice play to Mike Newsom, but it'll be a sacrifice, 5-4. DeLuca goes to second base with one out. It'll bring Angelo Ramirez to the plate for the second time. He singled to center, went to third on an error, and scored on a wild pitch in the first. Runner at second, one out. Pitch. Breaking ball, line drive, base hit, alley in right center. It'll score the run easily. Ramirez will stop at first, but he has driven in Noah DeLuca with a line single in the alley in right center. And Catonsville takes a 3-0 lead. So Ramirez now with a run scored and an RBI, and here is Wyatt Moore. Moore struck out in the first. Pitch, ground ball, shortstop has it, the runner was going, and so the only play is first base. So a hit and run with Angelo Ramirez and the ground ball to short. The only play was first base for Gutierrez to Mike Newsom. Here is Ariste, Moises Ariste Jr., who singled to third base on a slow roller in the first and eventually scored the second Catonsville run. Runner at second with two out. Pitch. Still holding. Still looking. Now the pitch. Breaking ball, fly ball, left field. Left fielder coming towards the line. And Robbie Smith makes the catch, and that is the final out in the second inning. But Catonsville with a run, two base hits, and one left. We've played two complete. It is Catonsville 3 and Dundalk 0.
Do you guys feel like you want to switch at some point, or do you?
I got to get a full game in so I know what I'm
Okay,
doing.
all right, good. And you know the game well enough.
John Perazzi out for his third inning of work. He is a freshman from Audubon High School in Audubon, New Jersey. So Catonsville, if you look at their defense, you will see that they have a number of sophomores. So Catonsville with 6 sophomores in their starting 9 defensively. In the third for Dundalk, it'll be right fielder Gavin Chatton to lead off. Ivan Gonzalez will be next, and then the top of the order in Mike Newsom. Catonsville with 2 in the first, 1 in the second. They lead 3-0 here in the top of the third. Pitch. Fastball is high, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 the count. Now the right-hander throws, swing, ground ball off the glove of the third baseman. And we'll wait for the official scores ruling on that.
Yeah, update. We don't have
I had to switch it. It's been behind for
And they're going to rule it as an error. And Ivan Gonzalez is next, the designated hitter.
So want me to switch it back?
Yeah, put it back.
Thank you. You got it. Thanks so much.
Perazzi sets and throws way outside, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes.
I said update.
I had to hit set on the bottom. That's what it was.
1-0 the count.
The left team and right team, so I'd go back.
Chatting with a long lead. 1-0 pitch. Strike call inside corner down at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. A very good pitch from Perazzi. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
It's still updated.
Perazzi with a look over and now another. And sets. Looks over his shoulder. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That is the 4th hitter of the day. He's either been 0-2 or 1-2. 1-2 the count. Runner at first. Nobody out. Pitch. Breaking ball. Ground ball. Third base side. Foul. 1-2 the count.
Go back to see if it's right now.
Perazzi to the set. 1-2 pitch. Nope, throw to first. Not in time. One and two the count. Pitch. Ground ball again, third base side and foul.
There you go.
1-2 the count. Perazzi looks in, now looks at first. Long look. 1-2 pitch. Outside with it, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Perazzi's 2-2. In the dirt, and it bounces away from the catcher. And the runner will go to second base. Wild pitch, and Chatton moves to second base. We have a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at second, nobody out. 3-2 count. Pitch, fouled off. Good fastball. Be the 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Ivan Gonzalez battling John Perazzi here on the 9th pitch. 3-2. Here it is. Ball 4 outside. So for the first time today, Dundalk with 2 runners on base in the same inning. And here is Mike Newsom for his second time up. Newsom flied to right center in the first inning. We have runners at first and second, nobody out. Perazzi looks in for the sign, has it, throws. And the ball almost hit him, but it goes all the way to the backstop. So now runners at second and third with no out, as Perazzi has thrown 2 wild pitches in this inning. Second and third, nobody out. 1-0 the count to Newsom. Perazzi throws up high with it, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, no strikes to count. Right-hander throws, foul straight back at us, 2 balls and a strike. We are sitting just to the third base side of home plate. And that one came straight back and probably would have hit us if the screen was not there. 2-1 pitch. High and away, ball 3, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. First and second, nobody out. Top of the third. Pitch. Ball 4, he walked him and the bases are loaded. So down 3-0, Dundalk with a chance here in the second to get back in this ball game, and Dan Blue is on his way to the mound. Try and settle his pitcher down. Bases loaded, nobody out here in the top of the third. Catonsville jumped on top with 2 in the first and 1 in the second. And now Dundalk batting here in the third with the bases loaded and nobody out. Trying to cut into this 3-0 lead. Perazzi is ready and throws. Line drive, left field. It is going to be a base hit. It is by the diving left fielder. And 2 runs are in, and it's a 3-2 ball game. Wyatt Moore with a dive was unable to make the catch. And Rafael Gutierrez has driven in 2 runs, and it's a 3-2 game. And here is catcher Sam Ritchie. First and second, still nobody out. 2 runs are in, 3-2 ball game. Pitch, breaking ball, outside corner for a strike, 0-1. No balls, a strike. Right-hander throws. Oh, but right behind him and all the way to the backstop. The third wild pitch of the inning. For Perazzi. Catonsville playing the infield up at the corners. Back at second and short. 1-1 the count. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Isaiah Coxon is on deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Perazzi throws. Breaking ball, fly ball, short right center field. Center fielder charging, calls everybody off. He'll make the catch. There will be no advancement. Ball very shallow in right center and no advancement. And this is a key at bat for Perazzi to be able to get Coxon with 2 runners in scoring position and only 1 out. Pitch to Coxon. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike one. No balls and a strike. Perazzi throws. Another breaking ball. This time it's low. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. 3-2 Catonsville, top of the third. Perazzi's 1-1 pitch. Fastball is outside, 2-1. For Perazzi, this has been an inning with 2 walks and 3 wild pitches. 2-1 the count. Right-hander throws, swing and a miss at a breaking ball, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to count. And the right-hander throws, breaking ball, missed high and away, and it's now 3-2. Robbie Smith on deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now the pitch. Line drive down the left field line and foul and out of play. It'll remain 3-2. Perazzi has what he wants. Now the 3-2 pitch. Here it is. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. A fastball in the inside corner for the second out. And a very big out for John Perazzi. And here is Robbie Smith. Still second and third, now 2 outs. Perazzi on the high wire. Let's see if he can get out of it. Right-hander ready. Throws. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. He's thrown some really good breaking balls to the last 2 hitters, and then struck out Coxon on a fastball in the inside corner. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And so Perazzi walks the high wire, but gets away and limits the damage to 2 runs. On 1 base hit, an error. 2 walks and 2 left. We played 2.5. It is now Catonsville 3, Dundalk 2. If you are just joining us, we welcome you to CCBC Catonsville for this afternoon's game between 2 of the campuses of CCBC, the visitors from Dundalk versus homestanding Catonsville. We're heading to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Catonsville holding a 3-2 lead, thanks that in large part to John Perazzi escaping a jam in the top half of the 3rd after he had given up 2 runs on a 2-run single by Rafael Gutierrez. He was able to get the final 3 outs on a shallow fly ball, a called strikeout, and a swinging strikeout. So Dundalk left 2 men in scoring position, and Catonsville still leads the ball game 3-2 going to the last half of the 3rd. And it'll be Tony DeAngeli to lead off. He reached on a throwing error his first at bat. Last half of the third. Right-hander ready and throws. Just outside, ball one. Looked like the home plate umpire was trying to decide on that. 1 ball, no strikes. Now the 1-0 pitch. Inside, ball two. 2 balls and no strikes. Now the 2-0 pitch. Line drive sharply hit, but way foul down the left field line, and it's 2 balls and a strike. D'Angeli way out in front on that one, but got a lot of bat on it. 2 balls and a strike. Now the right-hander throws. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Much like Perazzi had done earlier. Hall with a good breaking ball. Outside, it's 3-2. Three and two to D'Angeli. Right-hander ready and throws. Ground ball, third base side. It is a fair ball. Throwing from foul ground, it is in time. Isaiah Coxon to Mike Newsom, and here's Miles Bowens. He walked on 4 pitches his first at bat. Catonsville 3, Dundalk 2, last half of the third. 1 out, nobody on. And the pitch to Bowens. Breaking ball stays outside, 1-0. Jalen Williams will be next. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball inside, 2-0. And again, Ben Hall with a look of frustration. 2-0 pitch outside this time, 3-0. Now thrown 7 pitches to Bowens without a strike. Let's see if he can do it here. 3-0 pitch. Outside, ball 4. And Miles Bowens with back-to-back 4-pitch walks. Here is Jalen Williams, who had a sacrifice fly to drive in a run in the first. Runner at first, 1 out. Pitch to Williams. Fastball in the outside corner, strike 1. No balls, a strike. Right-hander throws. Strike 2 on the outside corner, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Williams. Pitch. Outside, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. And the right-hander sets, throws back to first base, not in time. Runner at first, 1 out. 3-2 Catonsville, last of the third. Pitch. Swinging a ground ball foul behind the plate. It stays at 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to count. Look to the runner. Now the pitch. Ground ball, first base side. It's in the hole. Base hit, right field. On his way to third and the throw is cut off. Throw back to first. Is in time. So Jalen Williams overruns first base and is thrown out. Catonsville with a runner at third now and 2 outs. And here is Quinn Waters, who struck out looking his first time. Pitch. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Pitches outside, a ball and a strike. The put out on the relay is 9-6-3. Right fielder, the shortstop, back to the first baseman. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball, third base side, and foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 the count. Pitch to Quinn Waters. Ground ball foul behind the plate. 1 and 2 remains to count. Noah DeLuca is on deck. One, two. Popped him up. Who's going to call it? Third baseman near the mound makes the catch. Catonsville, no runs, a base hit. A walk. Jalen Williams thrown out on a relay, and they leave 1. We've played 3 complete. Catonsville 3, Dundalk 2.
Are you live?
We go to the top half of the 4th. Catonsville 3, Dundalk 2. Catonsville with 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and Dundalk responded with 2 in the third. So we go to the last half of the third. Dundalk will bring up Hector Diaz, Julian Samante, and Gavin Chatton in the top half of the 4th. 3 innings in the books. And Catonsville with a 3-2 lead as we go to the 4th inning. Hector Diaz doubled in the 3rd inning over the head of the center fielder. And ball 1 to Diaz. 1 ball, no strikes to count. And the right-hander throws down and away, 2-0. So we'll see if Perazzi can regain his control, and it's ball 3. So he's 3-0 now to Hector Diaz. Julian Samante on deck. 3-0 pitch. Right, ball 4. And Diaz with a leadoff walk. And here's second baseman Julian Samante. Samante lined to center field into a double play his first time up. Quick throw to first, not in time. Long, several looks at Diaz. Now the pitch. Breaking ball popped him up. Who's going to call it? Second baseman Perez makes the catch. And that's the first out here in the top half of the fourth. It'll bring up Gavin Chatton. Chatton reached on an error his first time and eventually scored the first Dundalk run. Runner at first now, one out. Pitch coming to Chatton. Fly ball, left field. Left fielder moving over, still going. And now into foul ground to make the catch. So Chapman fouls out to left fielder Wyatt Moore for the second out. And here is Ivan Gonzalez. Gonzalez walked his first time up on a 9-pitch at bat. 2 out, runner at first. Perazzi with a long hold now, back to first. Both pitchers have not been afraid to throw over to first base on a regular basis. Perazzi with several long looks, now the pitch, strike call, strike, no, throw to second base is not in time. Oh, and 1 the count. Runner now at second base with 2 out. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. 0-2. Pitch. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. He'll underhand the toss to first, and that'll be the end of the inning. No runs, no hits, a walk, and 1 left for Dundalk in the fourth. We played 3.5. It's Catonsville 3, Dundalk 2. If you are just joining us for our broadcast, it is a cold and windy day, a bright and sunny day, just a few puffy clouds in the sky, 52 degrees at game time. We are heading to the last half of the fourth inning of this battle between 2 of the CCBC schools. Catonsville leading Dundalk 3-2 into the last of the fourth. For Catonsville, it'll be Noah DeLuca, Orlando Perez Jr., and Angelo Ramirez against the right-hander Ben Hall. Catonsville with 2 runs in the top of the first, 1 in the second. Dundalk answered with 2 in the bottom half of the third, and that's where we stand as we go to the bottom of the fourth. And here is Noah DeLuca. DeLuca with a single in the first inning, right past the pitcher and into center field. Hall is ready and throws. Breaking ball just inside, 1-0. DeLuca had a notion but held up. 1 ball, no strikes. Right-hander is ready and throws. Popped him up, short right center. See who's got the play. It's the right fielder battling the sun and makes the catch. Chatton went all the way down to his knees to make the catch and appeared to be battling the sun. Here is Orlando Perez Jr., who had a great bunt back in the second inning for a sacrifice, and it eventually led to the third Catonsville run. Fastball high and away, ball 1. Now the 1-0 pitch coming. Here it is. Outside with it, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Top of the order, and Angelo Ramirez will be next. 2 balls, no strikes. Catonsville batting in the bottom of the 4th. Strike call, 2-1. Hall working quickly, pitch. Swinging a foul ball, grounded behind the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 the count. And the pitch. Ground ball. Shortstop waits for it. Has. Throws to first. 2 down. Perez grounds out to short, and we go top of the order and Angelo Ramirez. Ramirez has singled to center in the 1st inning, singled to right center in the 3rd. He scored a run in the 1st and drove in a run in the 3rd. He is 2 for 2 this afternoon. Pitch coming. Down and away. Ball 1. 1-0 the count to Ramirez. Hall working quickly. Strike 1 called at the letters. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count. And the right-hander throws inside. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 the count to Ramirez. Now the pitch. Outside, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, the count to Ramirez. Now the 3-1 pitch. Ground ball to the first baseman on 1 hop. He goes unassisted. Catonsville goes down in order in the 4th. We've now played 4 complete. Catonsville 3, Dundalk 2. We have 4 innings in the books. Dundalk will go top of the order in the 5th. Mike Newsom, Rafael Gutierrez, and Sam Ritchie. Catonsville 3, Dundalk 2. Line score so far, Dundalk 2-3-2. Catonsville 3-5-1. Newsom, Gutierrez, and Ritchie for Dundalk in the 5th. Here is Mike Newsom. Perazzi ready and throws. Outside into the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. One nothing the count to Newsom. Perazzi throws. He hit him with a pitch. Newsom is hit by the pitch. And that'll bring Rafael Gutierrez to the plate. Runner at first, nobody out. Perazzi with a relatively uneventful first and second, but has struggled here in the third, fourth, and fifth. Outside and low, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes to count to Gutierrez. Now the 1-0 pitch. Several looks at first. Comes set, pitch. Strike call. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike to count. Pitch. Line drive. Caught by the second baseman, but no play back to first. A line drive to second baseman Orlando Perez Jr. He took a look at first and was not able to get him. Here is catcher Sam Ritchie. Runner at first, 1 out. Long look at first. Now the set and the pitch. And a strike on a check swing. 0-1. Ball on the outside corner. And Ritchie was called for a swing. 1 strike to count. Pitch. Just outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Perazzi trying to paint the outside corner. 1-1 the count. Throw to first, not in time, comes back in standing. 1-1 the count. To the set, 1-1 pitch, breaking ball fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the 1-2 pitch coming. Here it is. Outside with it, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Now the 2-2 pitch. Here it is. Breaking ball, strike 3 is called. Throw to second base on the steal is not in time. Here is third baseman Isaiah Coxon. Two down, runner at second base now. We'll see if Perazzi can again do the high wire act. Ball 1 to Coxon. Coxon was a key strikeout in the third inning for Perazzi. He caught him looking with a fastball in the inside corner with runners at second and third. Coxon steps out. 1-0 the count. One nothing pitch. Here it is. Right down Broadway, and a strike is called. 1 ball, 1 strike. Robbie Smith is on deck. Coxon has struck out swinging and looking. 1-1 pitch. Here it is. Ground ball foul, first base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Top of the 5th inning. Catonsville 3, Dundalk 2 in this battle of CCBC schools. 1-2 pitch. Right-hander sets, looks back at second, looks back again, and throws. Breaking ball, foul tip at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 the count. Right-hander to the set. Kicks and throws. Breaking ball. Ground ball to first. First baseman has it to the pitcher covering, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, a hit batsman, and one left. We're halfway through this afternoon's game. Catonsville 3, Dundalk 2. It'll be Catonsville coming to bat in the last half of the fifth, leading 3-2. It'll be the 2-3-4 hitters for Catonsville: Wyatt Moore, Moises Aristi, and Tony DeAngeli. Ben Hall out for his fifth inning. He's allowed 3 runs on 5 hits. Wyatt Moore this afternoon has struck out and grounded to short. Moises Aristi Jr. has singled and flied to left, and Tony DeAngeli has reached on an error and grounded to third. So here's Wyatt Moore. Sophomore from Florida, pitch. Breaking ball is in and a strike is called. No balls and a strike. One strike pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Moises Aristi Jr. will be next. 1-1 pitch. Here it is. Down in the dirt, 2 balls and a strike. Two and 1 the count. And the right-hander throws, breaking ball, caught the inside corner, 2-2. Moore thought the pitch was going to stay inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hall working quickly, 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. 1 out in the fifth for Catonsville. Moises Aristi Jr., the batter. He has reached on a single to third and fly to left. Pitch. Breaking ball stayed inside this time. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 pitch from Hall. Swinging a foul back on a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tony DeAngeli is on deck. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 the count. Hall is ready again and throws. Inside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Two pitch. Strike 3 called. He caught him on the outside corner. 2 down in the inning. And here is Tony DeAngeli. He has reached on an error on a grounder to third and grounded out to third. DeAngeli trying to get something started with 2 out here in the fifth. Pitch. And he hit him. So DeAngeli is hit by the pitch. Miles Bowens will be the batter. Miles has had an interesting afternoon at the plate. He's seen 8 pitches, and 8 balls. Walk twice. Two out. Runner at first. Pitch. Outside with the ball 1. 1-0 the count. 1-0 pitch. Inside 2-0. And that is 10 consecutive pitches that Bowens has seen without seeing a strike. Two nothing pitch is lined down the right field line, but foul. 2-1. 2-1 the count. Two balls and a strike. Pitch. Strike 2 called on the inside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hall is ready, throws down in the dirt. Blocked by Sam Ritchie. The count will go full 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Set position, pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Looked like a changeup. And Hall strikes out the side around a hit batsman. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left for Catonsville. We've played 5 complete. Catonsville 3 and Dundalk 2. We have a pitching change for Catonsville. Now doing the pitching, number 28, Brian Preetz. Brian Preetz is in on the top of the 6th. So John Perazzi departs after 5 innings. He only allowed 3 base hits and 2 runs. Now it'll be the side armor, Brian Preetz. Bryson Preetz for Catonsville. To the 6th we go. Robbie Smith will be the first batter against Preetz. Right-hander ready and throws. Outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 to Preetz. From Preetz to Robbie Smith. Pitch. Strike on the outside corner at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Here it is. Squares the bunt. The pitch is way outside. It's 2 balls and a strike. Two and one the count. Preetz is ready. Throws. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two the count. And Preetz throws. He's way outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Excuse me. 3-2 the count. Top half of the 6th, 3-2 Catonsville over Dundalk. 3-2 pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Pitch may have been out of the strike zone. Here is Hector Diaz. He has doubled to center field and walked. Preetz throws way outside, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Pitch. Outside corner called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Change up, lined into center field for a base hit. Here is second baseman Julian Samante. He is lined into a double play and popped to second. One out in the inning, runner at first. Pitch to Samante, outside corner for a strike, 0-1. No balls and a strike. Side armor is ready and throws. Just outside, 1-1. Pitch just outside at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Here it is. Strike 2 called. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Three, 5-1 for Catonsville. 2, 4-2 for Dundalk. 1-2 the count. Top half of the 6th. Pitch. Ball, throw to second base on the steal. Is not in time. So Hector Diaz with a stolen base. He's at second with 1 out. 2-2 the count to Samante. And the right-hander throws. In the dirt, gets away from the catcher. Catonsville with their 4th wild pitch of the day. Perazzi had 3 in the top of the 3rd and 1 here in the top of the 6th. Runner at third now, 1 out, 3-2 pitch. Here it is. Line drive center field, back on the ball. He's got it. Throw coming to the plate. It is going to be cut off and not in time. So Samante with a sacrifice fly to center field ties the game at 3. So Diaz with a single a stolen base, a wild pitch, and a sac fly, and we're tied at 3 in the top half of the 6th. And here is Gavin Chatton. And the right-hander throws up high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Catonsville took a 3-0 lead with 2 in the first and 1 in the second. Ball 2, Dundalk with 2 in the third and 1 here in the 6th. We're all even at 3. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Timeout at the plate. Two nothing pitch on the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 the count. Right-hander sets and throws. Line drive, center field, back on the ball. And make great catch. Angelo Ramirez with the catch. And the ruling on the field is that he dropped the ball. It appeared that he caught the ball. And we'll wait now for the official ruling from the umpires. Catonsville is leaving the field. Dundalk is still expecting that it's going to be called a base hit.
Trying to find out. All right, hold on.
So we are waiting, and the call is out. The call is out.
All right, go back a little bit. All right, this might be it. So it's right here, right?
I think they have a couple pitches, but it's the same batter.
Okay. We're not going to be able to see it on this.
So we're still getting an explanation now to Dundalk about the out to end the top half of the 6th. From where we were sitting, it looked like Ramirez simply outran the ball and made the catch. And then the next thing we know, there's a discussion about whether he actually caught the ball or whether it was a run-scoring double.
He caught it, and then he just like slowly turned around, and then I guess they thought.
I think what happened is he caught it, but as his momentum carried him into the fence, by the time he already secured the ball, so I think it then popped out and bounced off the fence and came back. But he had already caught it for a good second or two.
So we're taking a look at the replay to see exactly what happened. But it does appear that he made the catch. And so Chapman is out on a fly ball to center field to end the top half of the 6th. But Dundalk with a run and a base hit. And they leave nobody. So to the last of the 6th we go. Again, we have not had the advantage of seeing the replay. Pitch to Williams. Ground ball to third. Oh, took a big hop for the base hit. The ball was ready to be fielded, and it took a kangaroo hop over the head of the third baseman. Here is Quinn Waters with nobody out in the sixth. Bullpen activity for Dundalk. And it looks like Mark Shelley is the right-hander warming in the bullpen. Throw it back to first again. Jalen Williams hit a ground ball to third base that appeared to be a relatively routine play, and then hopped right over the head of Coxon. Here's the bunt down the third base side and foul. Strike one. Catonsville trying to bunt the lead run into scoring position. They led early 3-0 in this game. Dundalk with 2 in the fourth, 2 in the third, and 1 in the sixth has come back to tie. 1 strike to count. Pitch, the bunt again. This time he lays off it. It's high, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, those people that took a look at the replay. Ball again high, 2-1. Seem to think that Ramirez made the catch to end the top of the sixth. 2-1 the count. Let's see if they still try and bunt with Waters. They do. A nice bunt fielded by the pitcher. 2-3. The bunt was a short pop-up, but in front of the pitcher. And they're checking on, looks like they're checking on Hall to see if he's okay. And since it was an injury, it will not be charged as a visit. Here is DeLuca with 1 out and a runner at second base. DeLuca this afternoon has singled to center field and scored a run. And he has flied to right center. Runner at second, 1 out, pitch. High pop up down the left field line. Shortstop, left fielder, third baseman all chasing, and they'll run out of room. 1 strike to DeLuca. One strike to count to DeLuca. And with the shade coming on the field, certainly here behind home plate, it has gotten a little chillier in the last few minutes. 1 strike to count to DeLuca. Runner at second, 1 out, last of the sixth. Pitch, outside, 1-1. Orlando Perez Jr. on deck. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Right-hander sets and throws. Inside, almost hit him, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. Two and one, the count to DeLuca. Runner at second, 1 out, pitch. Foul. Backing out of play, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes to count. Right-hander ready and throws. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the throw to first is in time. 2 down. And here is Orlando Perez Jr. Right-hander throws, curveball fouled back, strike 1. No balls and a strike. Runner at second, 2 out, 1 strike pitch. Line drive, left field is going to fall. It's in for the base hit. On his way home, the throw is off. This is beyond the cutoff man. And Perez has singled in the go-ahead run. And it'll be an error on the left fielder, allowing the runner to go to second base. And I think we might be getting a pitching change here. Let's see. And no decision so far. I would guess the bullpen is ready. And he's going to stick with Hall. So the throw came in the direction of shortstop and went all the way through. The pitcher backed it up, but by that time Perez was able to go to second base, and top of the order in Angelo Ramirez. He has singled twice and grounded to first. Pitch. Inside for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Now the 1-0 pitch. It bounces away from the catcher. Oh no, it hit him. It hit him. It hit him on the foot. And that'll bring Wyatt Moore to the plate. So it'll be runners at first and second with 2 out. Dundalk still trying to decide if they're going to make a pitching change. As of now, they have not. Here is Wyatt Moore. Struck out, grounded to short, and struck out. Strike 1 to him. 0-1. Moises Aristi Jr. is on deck. 1 strike to count. And the right-hander throws. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. 0-2. Orlando Perez single has given Catonsville the lead at 4-3 here in the 6th. 0-2 pitch coming to Wyatt Moore. High and away, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2 to Wyatt Moore. Here it is. Strike 3 called. He struck him out on the outside corner. Catonsville with a run, 2 hits, an error, and 2 left. We've played 6 complete. Catonsville 4 and Dundalk 3. We are headed to the 7th inning of our game this afternoon. And we have another pitching change for Catonsville. Right-handed sophomore Daniel Delaney is on for Catonsville. So Daniel Delaney here in the 7th. Delaney, a sophomore from Port St. Lucie, Florida. In the 7th for Dundalk, it will be Ivan Gonzalez, and then the top of the order, Mike Newsom and Rafael Gutierrez. Some controversy to end the top half of the 6th for Dundalk, as it was a question of whether Angelo Ramirez was able to catch the fly ball that ended the inning. To the 7th we go. Ivan Gonzalez in the 7th. And looks like we need some newer, different sunglasses for Tony DeAngeli. 7th inning we go. Delaney throws, swing and a miss, strike one. Dan Delaney, the 3rd pitcher for Catonsville this afternoon. Now the 1-strike pitch, here it is. Fly ball, right center field. Ramirez on the dead run. He's got it now and makes the catch. 1 out. And the speed of Ramirez made that a routine out in the end. We go top of the order in first baseman Mike Newsom. Newsom has flied to center, walked, and been hit by a pitch. And now the right-hander throws. Foul down the left field side, out of play. Strike one. 1 out, top of the 7th. Catonsville leading 4-3. Delaney looks in his 1-strike pitch. Here it is. Ground ball hits slowly to the second baseman, fielded cleanly. And Perez to DeAngeli for the 2nd out of the inning. 2 out in the 7th. And it'll bring Rafael Gutierrez to the plate. Gutierrez has fouled to first, fly to left, single to left field, and line to second. And the pitch, just a bit high and away. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 the count. Pitch. This time it's on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Delaney a strike away from a perfect top of the 7th. Now the 1-2 pitch. Here it is. Just outside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. And the right-hander ready and throws. Line drive, base hit, right center field. Ramirez plays it, has a little trouble picking it up, but a 2-out single to right center. And it'll bring up Sam Ritchie, the catcher. Ritchie has singled to left, fly to right, struck out, looking. Coxon would be next if Ritchie is able to extend the inning. 2-out runner at first pitch. Did he go? Strike one. Unable to check his swing on a high fastball. 0-1. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two. No balls and 2 strikes. Now the 2-strike pitch. Here it is. Way up high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Catonsville 4, Dundalk 3. Top of the 7th. 1-2 pitch. Outside runner goes. Throw is not in time. Ball gets away briefly. The count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch. Here it is. Fouled straight back. Caused some of our folks in the press box to flinch. 2-2 the count. It's kind of an acquired skill to be able to sit behind the screen and not flinch when the ball comes straight at you. 2-2 the count. Delaney ready. Throws. Curveball. Didn't get the call. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three and 2 the count. Now the 3-2 pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. No runs, a base hit. 1 left. It is 7th inning stretch time. We invite you to stand up and stretch with us. Catonsville 4, Dundalk 3, middle of the 7th. We have a pitching change for Dundalk as we move to the last half of the 7th. It'll be right-hander Mark Shelley, a freshman from Baltimore and Sparrows Point High School. So Mark Shelley will be the new pitcher for Dundalk, replacing Ben Hall. Hall went 6 innings, allowed 4 runs on 7 hits. In the Catonsville 7th, it'll be the top of the order. Angelo Ramirez, Wyatt Moore, and Moises Aristi. Correction, it'll be Aristi, DeAngeli, and Bowens in the 7th. Once again, if you're just joining us, a 52-degree day, but wind making it feel significantly colder than that. And it's a little chillier now that the sun has gone down, particularly back behind home plate. There's a little bit of sun in the middle of the infield, but most of the rest of the field is now in the shade. Moises Aristi Jr. will lead off the 7th. He has singled, flied to left, and struck out looking. Pitch. Popped him up. Is it playable? First baseman coming down the line. Pitcher makes the catch. So Mark Shelley made the call and made the catch between first base line and the mound. And here is Tony DeAngeli. He has reached on an error, throwing error by the third baseman. He has grounded to third and been hit by a pitch. Pitch to DeAngeli. Fouled back out of play. Strike one. No balls and a strike. No balls, one strike to count. Down the left field line, is it fair or foul? It is a foul ball. No balls, 2 strikes to DeAngeli. Now the 2-strike pitch. Here it is, in the dirt, 1-2. Miles Bowens will be next. 1-2 the count to DeAngeli. And the right-hander throws way up high, 2-2. 2-2 the count. And the 2-2 pitch. Line drive to center field to the shortstop. Off the glove of the shortstop, base hit. And we have a pinch runner for Catonsville. Christian Figueroa running at first base. And the last play is ruled an error on the shortstop. Pitch. Way outside, ball one. 1-0 the count to Miles Bowens. He has seen a lot of pitches today, most of them balls. Now the one, nope, throw to first base. One ball, no strikes. Catonsville trying to increase their 4-3 lead over Dundalk. The 1-0 pitch, inside, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Two and 0 the count. And the pitch. Popped him up, left field. Waiting on it is Smith. He makes the catch for the first out. For the second out. Here is right fielder Jalen Williams. Jalen has a sacrifice fly and 2 singles today, so he's a perfect 2 for 2. 4-3 Catonsville, top of the 7th. Check of the runner, throw back to first, not in time. Pitch to Williams, runner goes, throw to second base, it is not in time. So strike one to Williams. But a stolen base for Christian Figueroa. No balls, one strike to count. Right-hander ready. Throws. Swing and a miss, strike two, 0-2. Mark Shelley trying to get out of this inning and maintain the 4-3 score. Two-strike pitch to Williams. Down and away, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes to count. Pitch. Ground ball off the hands, hit to the shortstop, makes the play. Throw to first is in time on the short hop. No runs, no hits, an error, and one left. 7 complete. It is Catonsville 4 and Dundalk 3.
22 at first base.
Nick Sturgio will be at first base as we go to the top of the 8th.
Yeah, we had an error with that game with some issues with the stat due to the weather. Yeah, we're still working on getting it fixed, but we should have that fixed sooner rather than later. We're working on it. Yeah, I already. Yeah, I know. I was talking with Nick about that. He came in earlier on Tuesday. I was like, yeah, there was something that happened. We're trying to fix that, but we should have it fixed.
In the 8th inning for Dundalk,
I'm getting trained in.
it'll be Isaiah Coxon, Robbie Smith, and Hector Diaz,
Don't worry, we'll work. We'll get it fixed.
the 4, 5, 6 batters. And Dan Delaney is on for his 2nd inning of work. He allowed a base hit and no runs in his 1st inning in the 7th, and he's back out for the 8th. Isaiah Coxon has struck out twice and grounded to first. He is 0 for 3, batting for the 4th time here in the 8th inning. And the right-hander is ready and throws. He's down and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to count to Coxon. Now the 1-0 pitch. Fly ball left field side, foul and out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count. And the right-hander ready and throws. Ground ball at the plate and foul. 1-2. Delaney has been consistently ahead of the hitters in his inning plus of work. Now the 1-2 pitch. Here it is. Strike 3 called. He struck him out. Here is left fielder Robbie Smith. He has struck out 3 times today. Delaney throws. He's down and in. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Now the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss Might have taken a little bit off of that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Squares the bunt. Did he pull it back? He did. 2 balls and a strike. Two balls, 1 strike to count. Delaney throws, swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. Delaney ready and throws. Fly ball to right field. Right fielder back on it, makes the catch. And that'll do it. Be the second out. And here is Hector Diaz. Ball 1 to Diaz. Caleb Bailey is in the game in right field. And ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Now the 2-0 pitch. Here it is. Inside, ball 3. 3-0 to Diaz. Julian Samonte on deck. 3 balls, no strikes to count. Three 0 pitch. Almost hit him, ball 4. And Diaz is on with 2 out. And here is Samonte. Samonte has lined into a double play, popped to second and hit a sacrifice fly. Strike 1 called. 0-1. 0-1 the count.
2 more just like that, Dan.
Throw to first. Not in time. And again, both teams have had no reluctance to throw to first base today. Lots of throws over there by the pitchers. Now the 1-strike pitch. Foul straight back, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Runner at first, 2 out. 4-3 Catonsville, last top of the 8th. Two-strike pitch. Here it is. Curveball hit down the left field line. It is going to be a fair ball home run. A fair ball home run down the left field line. And Julian Samonte has given Dundalk the lead for the first time today. A fly ball down the left field line. And it cleared the fence just briefly. And here is Gavin Chatton. Now 5-4. Dundalk leads top of the 8th. Pitch to Chatton. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Ground ball third base side and foul, 0-2. Delaney got the first 2 hitters here in the 8th on a strikeout and a flyout, and then gave up a 2-out, 4-pitch walk and a home run down the left field line by Samonte to give Dundalk a 5-4 lead. 2-strike pitch. Popped him up. See if it's playable. It's back behind us and hits the seats on the third base side. No balls, 2 strikes. So for the first time today, Dundalk with a lead, and Catonsville will have to come back down by a run at the moment. Now the 2-strike pitch, here it is. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Looked like he took a little bit off of that one. But Dundalk with 2 runs, a base hit, and nobody left. Middle of the 8th inning, it's now Dundalk 5, Catonsville 4. Mark Shelley on for his 2nd inning of work for Dundalk. And for the first time today, a Dundalk pitcher pitches with the lead.
Third baseman.
In the 8th for Catonsville, Quinn Waters, Noah DeLuca, and Orlando Perez. Quinn Waters has struck out, popped to third, and sacrificed. He is 0 for 2. Catonsville trying to overcome a 5-4 deficit. Pitch, ground ball, base hit, left field. So Quinn Waters starts the bottom of the 8th with a single to left field. It'll bring Noah DeLuca to the plate. DeLuca has singled to center, right past the pitcher, flied to right and struck out. And we're going to have a runner for Catonsville at first base. Alex Valdez will run at first base. We assume that Valdez will stay in the game at catcher. Here is DeLuca. Let's see if Catonsville will try and move the runner up. Pitch, squares, pitches, strike call, 0-1. No balls, a strike. 1-strike pitch to DeLuca. Nope, throw to first. And again, as I mentioned earlier, both pitchers for both teams have been willing to throw to first. Here's the bunt down the third base side. It's a good one. Throw coming to first. He sacrifices 5-3. So DeLuca with a perfect sacrifice bunt. And it'll bring Orlando Perez Jr. to the plate. Runner at second, 1 out. Here is the pitch to Perez. Oh, almost hit him. Up and in, ball one. 1-0. Perez has sacrificed, grounded to short, and singled to left field. 1-0 pitch. Strike call, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count. 1-1 pitch. Inside, almost hit him again. 2 balls and a strike. First one was up around his head, that one around his midsection. 2 balls, a strike. Pitch. Breaking ball, strike 2 called on the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Angelo Ramirez, top of the order on deck. 2-2 the count. And the right-hander throws. Off the fists into right field, base hit. Runner on his way home. Throw is going to be down the third base line. He is in. So Perez has driven in his second run of the day. So it'll be a base hit and an error 9 on the throw, putting Perez in scoring position, but his single has tied the ball game. And here is Ramirez. Runner in scoring position, 1 out.
It's Jello time.
Ritko on his way to the mound.
Why is it that our other? Why is
The guy that hit the ball, it should be plus T. And then everything should stay the same. I'd say he advanced on the throw.
First junior singled through the right side, advanced to second on the throw, 1 RBI, 8 on the score.
And the ruling on the last play is that he went to second on the throw. Runner at second, 1 out. We're 5-5, last of the 8th. Pitch to Ramirez, fouled it back, strike 1. No balls, a strike. No balls, 1 strike to count. Right-hander ready and throws. Popped him up. Third baseman into foul territory. And Coxon makes the catch in foul territory. 2 out. And here is Caleb Bailey. Ball 1 to Bailey. 1 ball, no strikes. Now the 1-0 pitch. Here it is. Inside, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 out. Runner at second. Tie game at 5. Had a lot of late inning scoring in this game. 2-0 pitch. High and away, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Moises Aristi Jr. would be next. 3-0 pitch. Ball 4, he walked him. Runners at first and second with 2 out. Moises Aristi Jr. He'll have a brief chat with Coach Blue. And we'll have a brief discussion near the mound as well. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Now the 1-0 pitch. It hit him. And that will load the bases with 2 out.
Come on, Nick.
For first baseman Nick Sturgio. Bases loaded, 2 out, 5-5, bottom of the 8th. Pitch, way outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Miles Bowens would be next. Bases loaded, 2 out. 1-0 pitch coming to Sturgio. Here it is. Foul back, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count. One ball, 1 strike to count. 5-5, bottom of the 8th. 1-1 pitch. Outside, ball 2, 2-1. Two balls a strike. Two 1 pitch. Ball hit to deep left field. It is going to be a grand slam.
Let's go.
Nick Sturgio on a 2-1 pitch with a grand slam to left field. And all of a sudden it is 9-5 Catonsville. Nick Sturgio with a 2-1 pitch, and he drilled it to deep left field. A grand slam.
That's what I'm talking about.
Catonsville 9, Dundalk 5, bottom of the 8th. And we're going to have a pitching change for Dundalk.
It's already in. I got it. I got it.
Evan Giordano will be the new pitcher. So this was a tight game the whole way. Catonsville led 2-0 and 3-0. Dundalk came back to cut it to 3-2 and tie it at 3. Catonsville went ahead 4-3. And then Dundalk took a 5-4 lead on a 2-run home run by Julian Samante in the top half of the 8th. And here in the bottom of the 8th, Catonsville had 2 outs and a man on first. And Caleb Bailey drew a walk. Moises Ariste Jr. was hit by a pitch, and on a 2-1 pitch, a grand slam. And Catonsville now leads 9-5. Nick Sturgio with a grand slam to make it 9-5. And here is Miles Bowens. Bowens has walked twice, struck out and flied to left. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. Now the 1-0 pitch. Here it is. Ground ball hit slowly to the second baseman, takes a room service hop, and that'll do it. But Catonsville comes back with a 5-run 8th inning. So Catonsville in the 8th inning had tied the game on a single by Quinn Waters, a sacrifice, and a run-scoring single by Orlando Perez Jr., who went to second on the throw. And then Angelo Ramirez popped to third, and it was 2 out, and it looked like we were going to the 9th tied at 5. But then Caleb Bailey drew a walk, Moaz Aristide Jr. was hit by a pitch, and Nick Sergio with a grand slam to left field to make it 9-5 going to the 9th inning. And it is Dylan Burnt for Catonsville.
I'll be up here when, yeah, my student and other kid is hurt that's up here. But other than that, yeah.
In the 9th for Dundalk, Ivan Gonzalez, and then the top of the order. Lots of dramatics in that 8th inning. Ball 1. Dundalk with a 2-run homer by Julian Samonte to take the lead. Catonsville came back to tie it on a run-scoring single by Orlando Perez. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Looked like he took a little bit off that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now the 1-2 pitch. Brent throws. Strike 3 call on a curveball. We go top of the order for first baseman Mike Newsom. Pitch. Popped him up and out of play. Strike 1. No balls and a strike. Pitch. Line drive, base hit, left field. So if Dundalk is going to go, they're not going to go quietly. A 1-out single here in the 9th. It is Rafael Gutierrez, the batter. He has fouled to first, singled in 2 runs, lined to second, and singled to right center. A 2-for-4 day. Ball 1, 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch. Just outside, 2-0. Might have been a little bit high also. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch to Gutierrez. 3-0. Three-nothing pitch is ball 4. And all of a sudden, the tie run for Dundalk is in the on-deck circle. Here is catcher Sam Ritchie. He singled to left, fly to right, struck out twice. First and second, one out. 9-5 Catonsville in the ninth. Pitch. Strike one called, 0-1. No balls, one strike. Pitch. Ground ball, base hit, left field. That'll make it. The throw is going to be cut off, and it is now 9-6 on a base hit to left field by Sam Ritchie. Here is Isaiah Coxon. Coxon with 3 strikeouts and a grounder to first. 9-6, top of the ninth. Curveball in for a strike, 0-1. No balls, one strike. Pitch. Change up inside, strike 2.
I'm sorry about that call. That was terrible.
No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch. Grounded softly behind the plate. It'll remain 0-2. Robbie Smith would be next. One and 2 the count. Burnt ready and throws. Popped him up. Infield fly rule if it's fair. And it's the shortstop who jumps up to make the catch. Two out, here is Robbie Smith. And we'll have a runner at first base for Dundalk. Anthony D'Alfonso is running at first base. Two out, first and second, 9-6 Catonsville. Pitch, strike call on the outside corner, 0-1.
2 more, Dylan.
Dylan Burnt trying to finish this one out. One strike pitch. Here it is. Strike 2 on the outside corner, 0-2. Catonsville a strike away, but Dundalk has shown great resilience, so 2-strike pitch. Ground ball off the glove of the pitcher. Does he have time? No. And the ruling is error on the pitcher. And it'll be Hector Diaz with the bases loaded. Pitch to Diaz. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1. And all of a sudden, Diaz represents the go-ahead run. One strike to count. Pitch. Ground ball, the second baseman. Waits for the hop. Throws to first. That's ball game. Catonsville 9, Dundalk 6. Catonsville wins it on the strength of the grand slam from Nick Sergio in the 8th inning. Catonsville led it early, 2-0 and 3-0. Dundalk came back to cut it to 3-2 and tie it at 3. Catonsville took a 4-3 lead in the ballgame. Julian Samante with a 2-run homer in the top half of the 8th to make it 5-4 Dundalk. Catonsville tied it in the bottom half on Orlando Perez's single. And then after a walk and a hit batsman, Nick Sergio on a 2-1 pitch with a grand slam to left field. And Catonsville took a 9-5 lead, and they end up winning 9-6. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you very much for joining us on the broadcast this afternoon. We look forward to having you on a future broadcast of games here at Catonsville. For now, this is Richard Keller signing you off, and we wish you a pleasant good afternoon, and if you're driving, a safe drive home. Sound okay?